we bring you the most emotional, ridiculous, kind of maybe annoying, not annoying, but informative kendama podcast that ain't your mom's fucking kendama podcast. With the hosts, my name is MJ, and I'm always partnered up with my buddy, Rod Dama from the Terror Squad. How's it going, Rod?
What is up, Dama nerds? Back again, episode 11.
Are damn straight. Episode 1 in the 12th year of Sander. It is May 21st, 12:07 p.m. We always get these episodes done up at the night times. It's always good right before we go to sleep. I'm always in my PJs.
Oh, yeah. I'm usually sitting here drinking a beer, and then I end up sessioning some video games afterwards, personally. But, you know.
You are always, like, up until, like, 2 a.m.
Not always, but,
No,
you know.
Just when we do the podcast.
Definitely when we do the podcast, yeah.
Yeah.
I get stoked on the Dominers, man. I can't just, like, get all hyped like this and then just be like, okay, bedtime. I don't just turn off like that. I need some time to wind down, you know, like. I got to get into my PJs, but you're already in yours. I need some time.
Yeah, no, I'm ready to relax. Well, I am relaxing. That's how we get a good show going on every time.
Fuck yeah. All right, so you mentioned it is the 12th year of Sander.
Yes.
But for those of you who don't know, it's also the 100th anniversary of kendama as of, what was it, 10 days ago? Not even. Is it the 14th or the 12th? I forget.
It was the 14th.
Exactly.
May
14th.
14th.
Yes. May 14th was the 100th anniversary of this silly little wooden toy that we all love. So happy fucking birthday, bud.
Happy fucking birthday, bud. Yo, if a kendama was a living thing, would it be a man or a woman? Or both? It's like a frog?
Like a frog?
Come on, we all watched Jurassic Park.
Yeah, we did watch Jurassic Park. That's true.
Right?
If you didn't watch Jurassic Park, I don't know if you're considered a real Dama nerd or a nerd, or just go watch Jurassic Park if you haven't watched Jurassic Park. Yeah.
So kendama, 100 fucking years. That is pretty intense. Just because, like, think about it, everyone. How old are you now? You can make it to 100?
Yeah.
Probably not. Not with the shit you've been eating. Seriously, come over to Japan and eat some, like, lentils and shit.
Some natto.
Stretch out that lifespan.
Hell yeah. Yeah, so 100 years since they created the first kendama, which was called the Nichigetsu ball.
Exactly. I don't know if that's well known outside of Japan.
No, it's not.
Boru.
Yeah, Nichigetsu boru.
And the kanji for it is day.
It's sun and moon, isn't it?
Oh, damn, you're right. You know what? Those two kanji have so many different fucking meanings, though.
I know. It is day. You're right. The first one is sun, but it's also day.
I like sun moon ball. That sounds much cooler.
Yeah.
So
definitely.
Everyone, if you want to go like hardcore, real nerds, like stop calling it a dama. Just call it the sun moon.
The sun moon.
And then if you fucking think about it, there's a lot of tricks that are revolving or based around space.
It's true.
Is there a connection there?
Spacewalks, lunars. There's moon circles. I mean, sun circles even, like solar flares.
Solar flares. And it's called a sun moon ball. Has nothing to do with the Ken.
No.
No love for the Ken. Just straight up ball. Because the sun is round like a ball and the moon is round like a ball.
Yeah.
Why was it named that?
I don't know, man. I couldn't tell you.
Is pretty weird. In 1919, Hamaji Egusa of Hiroshima successfully registered a sort of early Japanese-style patent for the Nichigetsu Boru. And that's when it was pretty much fixed to be that in that style of sarado, 2 cups, big, small.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know about the sizes. Were kind of wonky then.
They're a little bit. No, they had a big and small one though. I saw one. So with this 100th anniversary, Gloken did an event in Kure, which is a small town in Hiroshima Prefecture,
Nice.
where we attempted and succeeded at breaking the Guinness World Record for the most people catching the kendama ball on the cup simultaneously.
On the big cup. Now simultaneously. Now everyone.
No, it didn't have to be big cup. It was on the cup.
Oh.
There was this woman, don't ask me why. She was doing base cup and she was fucking missing it every goddamn time. But
you should have told her, that's a smaller cup compared to
pretty
the
much.
big cup, lady.
Yeah, it wasn't really much of like a kendama player kind of event. It was more of like a Japanese people event, like getting people who don't regularly play kendama to come and like
it's
it was
the
on a
100th year anniversary.
Exactly, yeah.
It's a big thing in Japanese culture. Like every household has a kendama like somewhere, and it's probably a crappy one, but like,
and everyone plays it in school. Like they all learn about it. They all do like big cup. They all do like the spin spike and moshikame, and then they never touch it again until they meet one of us crazy fucking nerds on the street, and they're like, "Holy shit, you got one of the? You can do that? What the fuck?"
Yeah.
But yeah, so this event was held in Kure on a naval base. So it was like a Navy base in like a Japanese Navy base, which was kind of cool. There's like they're building this big military ship like on the water, and it was like massive. And there's all these little ships floating around, and like everybody running around in little sailor uniforms and shit.
Oh man, were you guys on the boat?
No, we didn't get to go on the boat. I wish we were on the boat. It wasn't that cool, but it was still pretty cool. But so while we were there, I, of course, did a performance, and Zumadonkey did a performance, and there was a whole bunch of stuff. And Tomotsu actually brought a Nichigetsu ball, one of the original Nichigetsu balls.
Yeah.
Of course, Tomotsu has one. Like in this like crazy case that's like all, it's like something you would expect to see like the queen's crown in a box. You know, it has like all the like padding that like is form fitted to it.
Yeah.
And it just, you take the lid off of it. If you saw Gloken's story on May 14th, we did a little quick video of like, what was it? It was Reiko, who was one of Gloken's employees, did a bilboquet spike. Zawa opened up the case of the Nichigetsu ball and almost dropped it because he's a crazy motherfucker in the parking lot.
Yeah.
And then I did a trick with a regular kendama, and then Kota did a trick with a dendama, and it was like the evolution of kendama all in like 4 little 3-second clips.
Right.
Kind of
but
thing.
you didn't play that Nichigetsu ball.
No, fuck no.
Oh man,
that ain't mine to touch.
Right? I wonder how much that shit is. That's fucking intense.
I don't know, man.
History.
I know Tomotsu has more than one though. I've seen a couple of them.
Oh man, just your true kendama player, Tomotsu.
Dude, Tomotsu has the craziest collection of kendama and kendama-like things on the face of the planet, hands down. There's not, unless there's like some random person that's not really in the community that I don't know of. Like,
yeah.
Tomotsu has the collection, dude.
Yeah.
Like, it's fucked up. Like, he has bilboquets, he has ayagaks, he has Ichigetsu balls. If you guys don't know what an ayagak is, you've probably seen the chrome kendama that's called the ayagak. It has Greenland inlaid on the ken, like the pattern of it, and all that shit. So the ayagak was actually
the black and the blue, the full blue ones.
Yeah, exactly. So the ayagak was actually the original, maybe not the original, but one of the oldest toys known to man of this style.
Yes.
And it was made of like caribou bones and seal bones and shit. So there'd be one bone that is kind of like a spiky little one, and then there's one, like a little. I'm not gonna go there. A little spiky one, and then another one that it was like tied to with a string or whatever they had. I don't know if it was hair they used or what. But the other one was like a bigger like hollow one. So you would pull up the spiky one and catch it in the hollow one. Kind of, it's like a reverse spike. Kind of thing.
Yeah, it looks so fucking hard. But I remember, that video. It's an awesome video. I forgot who was in that. Marcus, Benji.
The Chrome dudes have like done some stuff with them because they went to Greenland and did some. There was like a whole Greenland tour that they did, which looked like such a cool time. I guess Torkild got invited after he won Catch and Flow. He was like the world champion, and so Torkild got invited as the world champion to come and do this Greenland tour. Yeah, and he was like, okay, but can I bring the homies? And like all the chromies went.
Even after that, when they made the agagash, I still cannot say that word. When they made the
I think it's ayagak. I mean, I don't speak Danish, but We're gonna have to
Just
get
put
old
that
Bull
J in
Fun
there.
here to correct our fucking
Right.
stupid, uncultured asses.
So uncultured. Especially me, dude. I'm the American. And
Yeah.
but that video when they were talking about the collab that they did to make the Ayagak, they talked like historical like part like dropped some good knowledge about that, and like you said, it was like one of the oldest I guess skill toy, which is it looks pretty much exactly what we're fucking doing with this string.
I mean,
and
yeah.
spiking things and shit.
They didn't have fucking factories in China to just place an order with, you know, and shit
right.
or like CAD files or even a
Yeah.
fucking lathe to hand make it,
Oh,
or
man.
even, you know, a knife to whittle a piece of. They probably didn't even have much wood in Greenland. I don't know what it's like the ancient Greenland. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. And so that was God knows that's much older than 100 years. But in the 16th century, it was right. The bilboquet was big in France.
Yeah, the bilboquet.
And the monster webs say that King Henry II was the one to have played it and kind of make it popular.
Oh.
And I was reading that they also used bones and parts of animals to make the fucking toy.
Whoa.
So I'm glad, we switched over to wood, because I don't want to be using bones of shit.
Yeah, it's pretty weird.
But they said they were using rabbit skulls.
Oh,
so
yeah.
they would spike the eyes, and they would add extra holes in the skull.
The fucking skull plane. That's a whole nother thing we'll talk about later. But
yeah, it is so intense. And then I was thinking, like, yo, people could probably do that now. I'm like, you could probably go and get a rabbit skull on eBay or even Amazon, or there's probably hunters. Like,
yeah, or just go for a walk in the forest, find a dead rabbit.
Oh man, I mean, yeah.
I find skulls and shit all the time when I go on hikes and stuff.
Oh yeah, I remember you showed me that video where you found the huge skull in Matsumoto. Was that Matsumoto?
Yeah, it was in Matsumoto. Yeah,
dude.
It was not even just the skull; it was the whole body of a deer. Like a deer just laid down and died, and it was just there.
It just laid
all
down. And it
bones.
was like, oh gosh.
Yeah, I've found shit like that lots of times. Like when I was tree planting in Canada, I remember finding. I think it was a fox. I don't know for sure because it's only bones, but it looked like a fox or like a small coyote or something.
Dude.
And it was the full thing. And I took the skull and like kept it for my ex-girlfriend at the time. Well, she wasn't my ex at the time. She is now. But yeah.
When you do your tree planting, are you there alone?
I mean, we would go out as a crew, so there's like a truck or two full of people. So like,
okay,
between 6 and 12-ish.
But are you
people.
guys like acres away from one another?
But
planting?
yeah, we're definitely pretty far apart. It's not very often that you're working like together, and it's like distracting when you are. You know what I mean?
Do you
so
have like bear mace?
No. Everybody had a whistle, so you have to have a whistle on your bags so that like if anything happens, you blow the whistle and then people come running. That's like the yo something's up kind of thing. Is that whistle?
Yeah, that's fucking scary because I can only imagine. What
we ran into bears, like we ran into moose, we ran into everything. Like we're out in the middle of fucking nowhere in Canadian mountains. Like I remember one time there was this dude that he would tree plant with headphones in, just listening to music, which most of us did, honestly. And
right? What else are you gonna do?
But he had both headphones in and like cranked up, and so he was just going. And I was up on this ridge, like overlooking kind of this valley little thing that he was in, and fucking there's this bear just wandered onto his piece, like a big old fucking black bear,
shit.
And it was behind him, like probably 10 feet away kind of thing, like not very far.
Way, dude.
And everybody sees this, and we're all just yelling at him like, yo, there's a fucking bear, but get the fuck out of there, dude.
Should have blown the whistle.
And no, but he's just fucking just planting, like dude, like just slaying, just doing his shit. And then eventually he fucking heard us and was like, what the fuck? And then he turned around and was like, oh shit, and fucking, like now what? Now you're face to face with this fucking black bear, you dummy.
So what the hell happened? The bear didn't care about him?
Black bears are pussies. You just fucking make a big noise and make yourself really big, and they run away. They don't want to fuck with you.
Bears are pussies.
They are, dude. But if you fuck with a grizzly, you're fucking in some trouble. Grizzlies are like, that's the shit where like you literally, if you see a grizzly, you back away slowly
Yeah,
and hope
yeah.
that they don't want to fuck with you and they walk away.
Yeah.
But if they come at you, because they will also charge at you and like fake charge you, kind of thing.
Fuck. Just
What
to
you're
make you
supposed to
run.
do is basically fucking drop to fetal position and put your like cover the back of your neck and just let him and play dead. And let them fucking swat you around and play with you for a little bit.
Right, but
probably chew on you a little bit.
Yeah, don't let your
and
limbs
then
out. Keep in a
no,
ball,
you
cover
just,
your
you
neck.
just stay in a ball and cover your neck and play dead, and then
Yeah.
eventually they'll get bored and just leave you.
Oh.
That's what they tell you to do with grizzly bears.
That's what they tell you to do. But
That's what they told me anyway. Maybe they were telling me bullshit.
Yeah, you're gonna die, but there's this one thing you can do that will like best case scenario, you'll come out alive, but your arm, we're gonna have to take your arm
Well, maybe. I mean,
Oh
it depends
my
on how much he feels like chewing, I guess.
Yeah. That's fucking
But
intense.
I mean, please, if anybody has other information and I'm wrong, please correct me, because that's just what I was told in my tree planting job. But
that is so intense. Yeah, let us know. Also, that's a crazy fucking story, and if for all of our fans who are listening through the past few episodes, Rod wants to hear your crazy fucking Dama stories. We gotta let everyone know about that. It's still going on, right?
We got that break shit contest. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I just fucking.
Is that a title? We don't have no title for that.
No, I just wrote that down in my notes today. So it is called the break shit contest.
Break shit contest. Don't actually go out and purposefully break shit.
No, I mean, if you do, tell me about it, but you're not gonna win. That's fine. I mean, it's your fucking life. I'm not here to tell you how to live your life. I just want to hear about the shit. I have gotten a couple entries.
That's good. Where can we contact you to give you an entry?
You can hit me up on the good old gram, on the Instagram at the Raw Dama. You can hit me up at the Dama Nerds. You can become a beautiful Patreon subscriber on the Kendertainment Patreon and send us a message on there.
Oh yeah.
You could come to the Dama house in Matsumoto and tell me in person.
Oh man.
Yeah, there's several ways, really. I mean,
if you come early, because the due date is Kendama World Cup this year.
Yes, it is.
And what day is that? That's next month. Oh no, it's 2 months from now.
July 21st and 22nd, I believe.
All right.
Yep.
So there you go,
it
nerds.
is coming up. But we got super sidetracked from this whole
100
big
years.
cup.
Big cup.
Well, 100-year anniversary event in Kure. So I said that we broke the Guinness World Record, but I never said how many of us there were. So there was about, I think, 850-ish people that participated.
Yep.
I was number 845.
All right, at the end of the
So
herd.
there was, well, we were like working at the booth kind of thing. So like in order for us to be at the booth the longest, we were, at the back of the line kind of thing. So that while everybody's getting in line, because it's a Guinness thing, it's all formal. If you were at World Cup a couple of years ago when we did the Spike one, that hellish 3 hours where we're just stuck in that fucking room waiting for them to count, and then we didn't even break it. You guys know what we're talking about. But this was just like roped off in a big field kind of thing. And they line you up in rows of like, I think it's 10 or 15, I can't remember which. And they have volunteers that count like that. They're like assigned to that group of people kind of thing.
Row,
And then once it's like 3, 2, 1, go. And then once you go, if you catch it, you have to hold it. If you drop it from there, like it doesn't count.
Right.
And then they count how many, and then they all like congregate in the back, and they all put their numbers together and count it. But in the end, there was 695 people caught it. So the new world record is 695, and we destroyed the old record, which was, I believe, 381.
Oh man,
or somewhere around there. We just had a lot more people.
Right? Yeah, you had 800 about.
Yeah,
so
we were shooting. They were shooting for 1,000. They were supposed to be 1,000, but there never ended up being 1,000. So
people just didn't want to celebrate.
I mean, that just makes it easier for next time, I guess. Because
I guess so.
If we're gonna keep breaking this record, how the fuck are you gonna beat 1,000? We're gonna have to get 2,000 people to come. Like that's pretty hefty.
Yeah.
And then where do you put 2,000 people together where they can play kendama? Like that's
And you were
this was in like a really big field, so there was a lot of room and shit. But like
that's true. That's true. Yeah, you're like a base or something. And you were saying that a lot of the people didn't really play kendama, right? So
there was a lot of beginners.
Did everyone bring their own kendama, or did Gloken or the
There
city
was
have damas ready?
we did bring some demo damas, and there was also a tent next to us that was selling stuff that had a shit ton of demo damas. They had like
Oh.
crates of damas,
Oh
but
man,
it really seemed like everybody had their own dama.
yeah,
And a
yeah.
lot of people like also like we were selling stuff. That was the event where they dropped the new Legacy Zoom, the larger size Legacy that just dropped.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That was the first time that anybody was able to buy it. So there was like a bunch of stuff for sale there, and people were buying stuff too. So like I think maybe a lot of people who didn't have damas either bought one, or they just brought one. I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And so it seemed anyway.
Right, because that's like the big thing. You would need to have almost a kendama focused event to have that many people like bringing their own kendamas.
Yeah,
and, then
and I mean
the world record.
Yeah, exactly. And it was in Hiroshima, so there was a lot of the local squad, like Nobu Nori was there, and like
Yeah.
all the kids from the Yume shop, like Tani and all those guys, but yeah.
And it's
There's
Hiroshima.
still a lot.
That is like the place where the moon, the sun moon ball was invented. Everyone
in Hatsukaichi,
in
where the World
Hatsukaichi.
Cup is held every year.
Every year.
I love that. I love that it's in Hatsukaichi. Like it's just such a cool, like symbolic thing. It's just this fucking pilgrimage that all of
Yeah.
us fucking nerds take from wherever the hell you live. You're like, yeah, I like this fucking ball and cup thing. Where is it from? Oh, this
Yeah.
tiny ass little fucking town in the middle of goddamn nowhere, Japan.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
fucking go there. Let's get 200 of us all from around the world gonna go there, meet up with another 300-400 of these Japanese people. We're all just gonna
Oh,
fucking hang
man.
out, play with this ball and cup. That's fucking sick. It's awesome.
It is cool, but doesn't it get old? I feel it gets old.
Like the space, like the place. You mean?
Yeah, just going.
I mean,
to
it does and
Hiroshima
it
all the
doesn't.
time.
You know what I mean? I mean, that's kind of part of it. It's the tradition, and that's like
Sometimes traditions aren't always the greatest. Like when you got to go to your Uncle Sam's place for every Easter. Fucking
Exactly.
Family gets together.
yeah, and he just gets drunk and fucking yells at you and shit, right? Yeah, fuck that guy.
Right.
But like traditions also are kind of cool in a way because it's something that
Yeah.
people have done for a long time. And like we were saying, like kendama's 100 years. How many of us are 100 years old that are still playing kendama? Probably no one listening to this, but there might be one or two people.
Might be. Probably not.
Probably not. But like
They do
it's something
Japanese.
that
They
100
work.
years from now, maybe people will still be coming to Hatsukaichi in the same place where we have been. Like maybe there'll be a fucking statue of Bonzatron at the fucking spot, like the first ever world champion.
Oh,
it's
man.
right next to this giant statue of Tomotsu. Because if there anyone deserves a statue, it's that guy.
Tomoto. I want a statue of him in his backpacking days when he was fucking going around.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Hitchhiking around Japan, going to schools. Hi, I'm a kendama teacher. I want to do a thing at your school.
Are
Oh, hey,
you?
yeah, come on in.
You look like a hitchhiker. Kind of
Yeah,
smell
no, I-
bad. You gonna
Definitely
kill
just
us all?
got dropped off. Yeah, man, it's fun and interesting. Speaking of all these big cups, I don't know if you guys saw this, but
Big cups.
for those of you that don't know, Akimoto-san, Satoru Akimoto, is
Akimoto.
one of the OGs in the Dama world.
Yeah.
He
Oh, yeah.
just broke his own personal record too. That this motherfucker, I don't know where he gets all these kendamas from, but he put 28 Cerados onto like a big ass piece of dowel or like a stick,
Yeah, yeah.
and he catches 28 big cups all at once.
All at once.
And that's his new, like all together. So like they all sit on the ground. He's holding this big ass dangly fucking. It's so long. It's just flapping in the fucking wind. And he fucking pulls it up, catches all 28 all at the same time.
Dude,
and
that's what you need.
that's fucked, man.
That's how you're gonna like really destroy the next Guinness World Record. You have
Everybody
like,
catching like 5 or 10 at the same time.
Oh yeah. Because
it's really hard.
you
man.
don't. It is really hard. I tried that shit once. It's so fucking hard.
It takes me like a good 10 minutes to get the 10 cup one.
But think about it, because it does it say officially in the Guinness book that, or in the record that it has to be a kendama? It's just like catching a ball on a big cup.
No, it says the kendama cup.
Oh.
Like the words that they used were catching the ball on the kendama cup or something like that.
Okay.
It's
So
it's
gotta
super
be a
specific. Dude,
kendama.
Guinness is a whole fucking thing. They like it costs all this money for them to even come and for you to attempt it, and then like you do it, and then once you do it, you're like, yeah, everyone's stoked. We have like a party and shit, and then it's like, yo, you want this like certificate, right? You know, because you broke this world record, so of course you want this Guinness certificate saying I'm a Guinness World Record holder.
Yeah.
It costs 5,000 yen, which is like $50.
Right.
For one, if you want your name on it, and
Oh,
if not,
man.
it's 3,000, which is like $30 without your name on it. But like, who the fuck wants one without their name on it? If you're gonna do it, it's like, yeah.
You?
So, I mean, yeah, some broke ass motherfucker like me, maybe. I just said fuck it. I don't need this shit.
I mean,
I got the
really. Yeah. I mean, you really don't.
No, I mean I have the for this one I just used my Terra like that I was just playing all day, but for the previous Guinness World Record we did was at the Kohaku, right? And
Right.
for that one we all got
party.
like a specific kendama that has like Kohaku written on it, the 69th year, like all that shit. So I have a kendama from that one.
That's sweet. That's
so I do have a keepsake.
Yeah, definitely.
But from this one I ain't got jack shit.
Just memories.
Just memories, which is fine with me.
It's totally fine. You broke the record, which also does like what good does the Guinness Book have to do for anything or anyone?
I mean, that's
like
an excellent
really?
question.
Really? It's like Ripley's Believe It or Not. Like this dude fucking collected 8 months of cat hair and put it in his ear. Like sweet. You
I don't believe
get an award for that.
I'm allowed to believe it or not, right?
I guess it just puts like kendama or whatever is records being broken like on the map and like in the news.
No, 100%. Yeah, so that's what I was gonna say. It's just like kind of awareness, right? Like, so think about like I don't know about you, but when I was younger, we had like at schools we had fucking like book fairs and shit, and even to this day, actually, I remember in some smaller towns and stuff, if you go to like these little breakfast cafes, you're sitting waiting for breakfast, they got Guinness Book of Records from this year to that year. So you just sit like, what else are you gonna do? It's like it's either that or sit and scroll on your phone, I guess these days. But
true,
I like to kick it old school, go pick up the book and have a look, you know.
Yeah.
So you just flip through the Guinness Book of World Records and you find all this weird shit, like you said, like some dude that stuck fucking 15 years of cat hair in his ear, or like the dude who shoved the most bass guitars up his ass at once, or some shit. You know what I mean?
Longest single
whatever.
toenail.
The most people catching the kendama ball on the big, right between those two.
Yeah. But it's not all of them. I think I could be totally wrong, but I think I heard that you have to pay to get into that.
Probably.
Like
I mean, you have
extra.
to pay a bunch of money in order for them to even come and like make it an attempt at a Guinness World Record, right?
Right. Yeah. It's like, come on, this one staff, he doesn't cost that much.
Yeah. I thought it was strange. One thing that I thought was strange was that we got one chance at it, right? You get a bunch of practice. Like everybody's like all in position.
Yeah.
And they all have microphones and stuff. This was actually really funny. We were doing the practice thing, and Tomotsu and this other woman were emceeing. And I believe the woman is either like a radio talk show host or like a TV like host or something like that. Someone who's used to talking on a microphone and shit.
Yeah.
And they were doing the practice thing, and she fucking just faked everyone out so hard. It was fucking awesome. I laughed my goddamn ass off. She went, and so the whole thing was, you go 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah. Which is funny because we're in Japan. It should be like san, ni, ich, hajime, right? But they were doing it in English for whatever reason. And she just went like 3, 2, 1. Go. Like she waited a good like 3 or 4, and everybody's just like they were just like
waiting for the go.
Like no one's like, and everybody's freaking out, like looking around, like, do we go? He didn't go yet. I'm not going yet. What the fuck is happening? Like,
but I heard
it was
someone
dude. It was
behind us.
I was just I almost didn't catch the big cow. I was laughing so fucking hard. It was fucking awesome.
And was
Me
that
and
the
Koda
real
were
take?
fucking just.
Or that was a practice?
No. It wasn't the real one. It was a practice one. That's why it was funny. If it was the real one, it would have still been funny, but maybe not quite as funny.
Right.
But what I was getting at was that the interesting thing was we got one try after the practice. So it's like, okay, here's the real one. They bring the homeboy out that works for fucking Guinness.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, now's the fucking shit. We're gonna go. get your fucking cups ready, get your fucking shit, whatever.
You lick
and you
that cup.
Yeah,
Everyone
yeah,
licking
right.
cups.
Yeah. Don't forget to lick your fucking bevel. And so 3, 2, 1, go. We all pull up. They count how many in each row, and all the volunteers go back and they get the number.
Yeah.
And they come back with the number. So if we didn't make the number, like for example, like I didn't remember the exact number, but if say the old record was 381,
Yeah.
if say we caught 340, so like just short of the record,
Yeah.
we would get a second and I think maybe a third chance at it.
All right.
But if we even get 382, even if we just break it by 1 or tie it, even if we only got 381, if we just tied it, we only get that one shot. That's it. It's over.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, so we only did it once. We like didn't get a second. Like we could have probably gotten more than 695.
Right.
But they don't allow you to take that second chance.
If you already
Because we already
the
beat it.
old, yeah.
So it's like that's it. And I don't know, like I get the whole, like it should be strict and like if it's a fucking world record kept by this they're making an effort to make everything fucking by the book and like
and put
legit
it in the
as
book.
possible, like not to put it in the book, I guess. It's no different than like Gloken changing the rules for like the Insta lighthouses this year, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Like they're just trying to keep it as legit as possible.
Yeah.
Without like, so there's no room for fucking around. There's none of that. It's like
But
if you're gonna do it, you do it. But yeah, at
but
the
that
same
kinda
time,
shit
it's
is-
like
yeah.
who gives a shit, man? We're all here. We're all fucking ready. We just did it.
Yeah.
We did it 10 times before in practice.
Yeah.
And then the only thing that changed was we said, okay, this one's for real.
Exactly.
So like, what the fuck? Let's do it for real one more time, everyone. Like
Yeah,
what the
let's
fuck?
see how-
like why not?
Let's spend like everyone gonna be here for the next like hour. Let's keep on going for like
Yeah.
an hour.
I'm pretty sure that there was enough money spent on the Guinness shit that they could afford another fucking one more try,
Right.
And that was the thing, is because we did it first try, we had a whole bunch of extra time. It like
Oh.
also, as I said before, like at the World Cup a couple years ago when we did the spike one, it literally took like 2 or 3 hours for them to count the shit. Like I don't know what the fuck they were doing or how they took so long. Like it was spikes too, so it wasn't even as many as that, And like we were all stuck in this room. We can't leave. Like we're all hungry.
Just
we're all
standing
fucking,
there, yeah.
in this hot ass room in Hiroshima.
Ugh.
And it's like, fuck, man, in the summer. But then this one was actually really fast. Like they counted it in like 20 minutes, like half an hour. And like they said it, like, well, we did it. And I was just like, oh, whoa, that's it? Really? Like, oh shit. Does that mean the event's over? Like, what the fuck?
Right, I can walk away now?
Like, yeah. So can I go drink beer now? Like, what the fuck?
Man, but yeah, seriously, it's like they got, like you're saying, they got to keep it by the books and regulate it and shit. But it's like, regulate it for who? Who's gonna be looking at this book? People that are going to the fucking diner and waiting for their table, like you said. And who are they to be like, oh, I don't know about this. They
well, they're probably saying that anyways.
Took it. This fucking big cup challenge.
Yeah, right. It's like that guy put all that cat hair in his ear, but how many fucking tries did he take?
Was it from one cat or multiple?
Yeah, was
cats?
it one from one cat?
I don't believe.
Was it a tabby cat or was it a rag doll? I don't fucking get it.
Ragdolls have longer hair.
Yeah. Fuck. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's some weird shit. All of that's just kind of weird shit. But that's like kind of comes with the territory when you like, when you have a million people or a large number of people who all come together and all have this one thing. There has to be some kind of form, like as much as I am not that kind of person to say this kind of shit, but like there has to be some kind of rules. Otherwise, shit gets crazy because people are fucking stupid. You know what I mean? People do shit.
Yeah.
People try to cheat. People try shit. It's like that's like the same thing. Like I'm using the World Cup as an example again, but like just like like people handing tricks at World Cup, they had to make a rule now that like you get minus 200 points if you hand a trick at World Cup and continue on as if you didn't.
Yeah.
And then now if you do that more than once, you get disqualified automatically.
Oh, straight cut the shit.
Because people still did it, and it's like, well, dude, like I'm still behind the idea of you get Wyatt.
Get
up
Wyatt.
there, fucking give him a fucking one of those fucking hooks, and he can just fucking whip him right off the stage. Like, yo, you handed your
hook.
Get him out of here.
And
He can be. We'll call him the umpire. Fucking.
Oh yeah.
He can either be the tap dance shoe shit, or he can have the mask and just stand behind him like an umpire in baseball.
Oh man.
And then, you're out of here.
Who are the Fucking.
Yeah, so, I don't know if you listened to the last one, Wyatt, but we'll talk about which one we do. We got some time before KWC.
So. Oh yeah.
Before you go hat shopping, bud.
Right, we'll make sure to get the right hat, the right cane, the hook.
Hell yeah.
But, man.
So, yeah, there's been a lot of stuff going on with kendama with the 100th anniversary, with all that stuff. There was also, I don't know if you saw it, but I saw this was kind of posted everywhere, but one of, if not arguably like one of the biggest shows in America that's on, I think, every day. I don't watch it, I don't know, but the Ellen show had this little Japanese girl on their show, and she was playing kendama.
Yeah, she was playing kendama. She is a drummer. I guess you could say a child prodigy.
Oh,
rest in peace. And she plays kendama, and it was cool. She was doing like moshikame. She did like baseball.
Yeah.
But I'm like, it kind of makes sense. Like, she is a drummer, and she's like,
yeah, she's got the rhythm.
And that was one of the original like teachings of moshikame. And
totally, it's
doing
the song,
cup,
right?
Bass cup. Yeah,
the
you sing the
song.
song, and it's the cat, not the cat, the tortoise and the hare song.
Yeah.
And those are the first lines in the song. So it's to teach them rhythm and stuff. And there you go, little drummer girl.
Yeah,
it's a new one. The little drummer.
She killed it. It ain't Christmas, but the little drummer boy's on vacation. We had to get the little drummer girl in.
Right, all the way from Japan.
Yeah.
So she brought it. Yeah, some. I think Ozora's on the Ellen show.
It definitely was Azora's.
It's good. That's good.
Yeah, I love that. Like, even to this day, almost everyone's first kendama they see is fucking Ozora.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
That
keeping it OG.
Seriously,
Ozora's sick. I am, as we've talked about, I'm like not so down with the JKA these days. Yeah, but Ozora is fucking sick.
It's just a classic.
Yuji, the dude who runs the factories, good dude.
Yeah.
And he genuinely loves kendama and just wants to make cool shit.
Yep.
And he does make cool shit.
Yeah, my God, Takobo.
One thing about the Ellen show that a lot of people were talking about online and stuff was, Ellen like got up and tried it eventually, and then she couldn't fucking do it. Like, took her like 5 tries or some shit, and she just like missed it and was like, okay, this is stupid.
Yeah.
And then she went and sat down, and it's like some people were kind of like, oh, I don't like that she called it stupid.
Are you
kidding
me?
Tell me of any one of you, the first time you played kendama, tell me you didn't fucking say that.
Exactly.
I 100% said that. I will tell you that right now.
Everyone was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Especially if you see somebody else playing it. Because we're all going to judge you right away. What the fuck are you doing with that?
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Shit.
What is that?
Yeah.
You fucking nerd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do walk the dog, dick.
Yeah, walk.
Everyone thinks it's so stupid. And then, at least in that case where the girl's kind of showing her up by being better than she is, I mean, she's like, comedian, so, oh, this is fucking stupid. Get it out of here.
Yeah, no, and that's part of it too, right? Yeah.
Yeah. But still, like, I remember when you were saying how you're doing all these events in Japan and how a lot of people will not play kendama in front of you if you're busting out, like, nasty tricks.
Yeah, no, totally. They don't want, for people who don't play often, like, if I'm trying to get them to play, I'm not going to fucking just do some hard shit and be like, yeah, here, you want to try?
Right.
Because that's just, it's like fucking, I don't know, like Steve Vai or fucking Eddie Van Halen coming up to you and just shredding some fucking shit and then just being like, yo, can you do a C chord, dude? Like, here's the guitar.
Here's
what
the
guitar,
can you do? Yeah, show
it's
me.
It's like, how do you follow that?
Yeah,
like, no.
Yeah. No, thanks.
Yeah, it's like, no, I'm good, dude. Like, I'm super good with just watching you shred. That's sick.
Yeah, that's funny that people were bitching about that. It's fucking, just come on.
Yeah.
It's
funny, actually. I just said, like, how do I follow that up? I don't know. If you follow me on Instagram and saw my story this weekend, I was at an event in Kita-Karuizawa, which is North Karuizawa, which is where
it's like where relaxing place. Karuizawa is like the vacation spot in Japan.
Yeah, it's super chill.
Yeah,
it's like very small town vibes. Yeah. It is also where my beloved beer, Yona Ale, is made.
Yes.
in Karuizawa. The Yoho Brewing Company is located there. And so I got to go to this event, which is called Cho Utage. It's like a camping event where it's a Yona Yona festival, basically. It's a beer festival, but families come. There's a stage. People are dancing. And I got to do a kendama performance on this little stage next to the main stage and shit.
Were you there with Gloken?
Yeah,
right?
Well, it was they hit up Gloken, and they actually made some kendamas. If you've ever seen, there's of course the Yona Yona, but there's also the frog beer.
Yep.
If you guys, it's
Boku
on
beer?
the can. It says "Kimi to." What is it? It's beer for you and me.
Oh,
whatever the
Kimi to Boku no
Japanese.
Biru, something
Yeah,
like that.
Kimi to Boku no. Yeah, it is. Yeah. And so there's a little green frog on it.
Yep.
And so they
Got a
got
hat.
some kendamas made by the TK factory.
Oh yeah.
And it has the little frog on it. It's just a white tom. It's an old school like fucking slick ass paint.
Yeah.
And the little frog guy on it. So they were selling those there, and they had
Nice.
a kendama challenge where if you could do around Japan, and even if you just did it wherever and took a video of it, you get a free beer.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So like,
So you were
I
like,
was there,
how many entries?
dude. Yeah, I was like, yo, I'll do it with my left hand, and I did it
Yes.
first tee with my left hand, and the guy was like, oh, okay. They were giving me beers regardless because I was doing stage performance and shit. It was funny because, it's a beer festival. Everybody's drinking and shit.
Yeah.
So my first performance was at like 3 o'clock. We got there at like, the event started at 12:30. We didn't get there till about like 1:30, 2-ish because we went and met up with a guy for lunch. This guy, Darren, that worked for Gloken a couple years ago at the World Cup as a translator.
Okay.
New Zealand guy from New Zealand. Shout out Darren.
Darren.
Had some good soba with Darren, and then took a cab there, and we got there, and I had a couple beers before my first performance. It's a beer festival. You gotta drink beers.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when else do I get to drink these
just
delicious
fucking drink
beers for
water?
free like that? Like, yeah, fuck. So, the first performance was sick. I fucking didn't miss a trick. I was fucking killing it.
Right.
We
Using
did a
that
little
huge
like
Dama?
mini contest. Yeah, I had the big. I always use the big. That's the play. I go up there. I do some tricks with the regular Dama, and then I'll intentionally miss it and be like, maybe this one's just wait a second. And then
Whip
I'll
out
like
that
bring
huge-
out
yeah,
like
yeah.
a bag, and I'll be like, yo, that one was definitely too small. And then
Yeah.
bring out the big one, and people are like, whoa. And and then I'll do a
one-
trick with the
Which
big
one do you use? Now, I think if anyone's again following Rod on his IG, we're really plugging his IG right now. I've seen you with the like a normal, looks like a triple XL, like all wood, and then there's one that looks like plastic. It's wood, but it's like fully painted,
the red and white one.
red and white. Yeah,
Dude, fuck that kendama, dude. That one is no fun to
it
play.
looks so awkward. It's like really
It's
long.
so awkward, dude. I did a thing with that one at the Kure event, the 100th anniversary event.
Yeah.
And I did around Europe with that one, and just one-handed tricks with that thing are so hard.
Oh man.
It's like, and there's a string on it, and it's like this fatty string because it's so fucking heavy. So it's
Right,
like a
right.
goddamn. You could hold the
It's like a
goddamn
cord.
military boats at that place with the string. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so it's just in the fucking way, and it's just heavy. And if it didn't have a string, it'd be way easier to do shit with.
Yeah.
But then I couldn't moon circle it.
There you go. So then,
Yeah.
then you didn't use that one at the.
No. The other one's
the
the
Yona
like the
event.
classic like Chrome triple XL. Like
Yeah.
the big. It is a Chrome. The one that like, I guess there's a couple in the Terra shop. One of them is a Chrome. One of them is a Kusa one.
Oh, okay.
The one that if you guys have seen the Van Jam video that Colin Hislop put up, fucking Wyatt was going for like a double or triple whirlwind with it in the Renegade show we had, and at the Terra shop we have like kind of a bouncy floor like in front of the wall, and he missed it. The Tama hit the ground and he bent down to pick it up at the same time, and it bounced up and just cranked him in the fucking face. And he had this big like Quasimodo eye going on.
Dude.
Fucking, it was so swollen so quick.
I forgot. I saw that on like Norix's story on IG. and I
Yeah,
was like,
dude.
What the fuck happened to
Yeah, dude,
Wyatt's
everybody was
face?
like, yo, dude, are you okay? Like, to the point where Wyatt was just like, yo, if anybody else asks me if I'm okay one more time, I'm going to fucking lose it.
It's
'Cause,
like, dude, did you look at
everybody
the
was-
mirror?
Yeah, that was the response. It's like,
Yeah.
dude, you look like the goddamn hunchback of Notre Dame right now. Like, I'm sorry, but are you okay? Like,
Yeah. It was that's so intense, and that was funny because that video I just saw, I don't know, like a month ago, and I'm like, that's what happened to his head finally
Yeah.
after how
Funny
many
story.
months?
actually, that same kendama, I'm pretty sure it was the same one with the blue silk paint on it.
Yeah.
I'll have to watch the video to confirm because we have two of them at the Terrace shop. But that same kendama they had at, I think it was at the New York Toy Fair a couple years before. And that was how Smith brought it back to the shop from there. And Wyatt was trying, like, I don't know, like triple UFO or some shit with it.
Oh, God.
And I'm pretty sure he broke his toe with that exact same kendama.
No, shit's out to get him.
So he's just cursed with that Dama, man. Sometimes it happens, you know. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes a Dama is just not for you. You know, I had a Dama that was given to me one time that I fucking was supposed to film some shit with. Me and Koda were both trying to film some shit with it. We were going to make a little edit. And both of us were just filming these tricks for like 3-4 days. Neither of us could lace. Like literally 3-4 days of like going to a spot, finding a spot, setting the camera up. Camera dies. Okay, go charge the camera. Go to a new spot. Camera dies. Oh shit, it's dark out. We got to go to bed.
Done.
Fucking next day. Just couldn't fucking do it.
Oh, man.
You know? Sometimes you just get fucked. That's the way. That's life.
Oh, man.
Yeah, man. But yeah, so that we were talking about the Yona Yona event, and
yeah, first stage.
So I do the thing with the big one, and so first stage at 3:00 was sick. I fucking killed it. We had the little mini competition. You know, you just like everybody in the crowd was just like, okay, hey, who's got a kendama? Like, come over here. Like, okay, we're all gonna do like last man standing kind of shit. Okay, big cup.
Okay,
cool.
Nice.
Little cup. Okay, base cup. Okay, spike. And then we just did it until we had 3 left standing, and the 3 people who were left got a free can of beer. The frog guy, but it's the Brute IPA made by Yo. I'm actually drinking one right now as we record. It's fucking delicious. And so you get one of those and this real big like bumper sticker kind of thing for your car, which is sick. And I fucking was like, yo, I want one of those, and she was gonna give me one, but then I never saw her again.
Oh no.
So I got fucked on that, but that's okay. It's just one more reason to go hang out with those guys.
Right.
But then anyway, so then the next performance was at like 6 or 6:30.
Oh.
So I had a good 3 hours of just hanging out, playing Dama, and drinking free beers.
Drinking more beers.
So by that time, I was like, you know, I was about like 6 or so beers deep, you know, like big fucking
feeling
craft
good.
beers. Like, yeah, I was feeling great. And then my performance was still pretty good, but I definitely had a couple drops. You know, the first one was a little bit shorter, so by the second one, I mentioned that like we could do like the juggling thing with the 2 like stringless, 2 Tamas and 1 Ken. So usually I do like the single kendama, like regular Dama shit, and then I'll like just play, do tricks, and then eventually the string gets in the way, or I fuck up a trick or something, and I'll be like, the string is in the way, and then I'll bring out the stringless one, but I'll hide one of the Tamas, and then I'll just like eventually like do some stringless tricks, and I'll throw the 1 Tama up way high in the air so everyone's looking up, and then when it comes down, I pull out the second one out of my pocket, and all of a sudden I'm juggling, right? And people are like, "Whoa, what happened?" Oh, and then I'll do that for a bit until I drop it, and then I'll be like, and no, that one was definitely too small, you know. And that's when I get the big one, usually, kind of thing. So it's a whole like little combo thing that I usually do for these events.
Putting on a show,
and so I wanted to do that for this one, and I still did it, but like, you know, I was just a little bit more drunk, and like, so I was and the stage is up kind of high, and there was like ropes around it and shit. So it was kind of weird. Like,
it looked like Robin Hood fucking.
Yeah, it was definitely some Lost Boys kind of shit. Yeah, totally. Yeah, the Lost Boys UFC rig for sure. But yeah, so like I had to get this little kid to throw up my Ken to me, like when I was doing the stringless stuff. But that makes it for all the fun too, you know, because everybody's drinking. It's a beer festival.
So, even the kids are drinking. Hey, welcome.
Yeah. Wow. But yeah, it was a good time. You know, I got to teach a bunch of people kendama. And I was just teaching mostly like around Japan so that people could get free beers. You know, that was what they wanted. That was the goal.
Hell yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. And like. My scheme was when I went and did the second performance, I was like, yo, I need one of those cans of beers because I got some tricks I could do with it.
Oh, shit.
And my trick was literally just like bouncing the Tama off of the can onto the cup. Like cheers, big cup, cheers, little cup, cheers, base cup, cheers. You know, like just like around the kampai. Like,
nice.
And people were hyped on it. And that was just my scheme to get a free beer, really.
Nice.
Because I had pretty much ran out of free beer tickets at that point. But yeah, it was a good event.
And then did you do any like cultural exchange? Teach them how to like. Do you know what shotgunning a beer is?
I did not get that far, no. But to be fair, this Brute IPA is not a beer I'm looking to shotgun either.
Oh yeah. What's the percentage on that?
I don't know, to be honest. I'm gonna have to dig through the Japanese real quick. 6%.
Good for a number.
So
there you go.
not
Nice,
like-
nice. That's good.
Not super strong, but like
That's good. That's what you want. Around
strong,
6.
strong enough.
6,
Oh,
7. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It's a clean one.
Lots of stuff going on, events and stuff. Speaking of events, there's one more event that just got announced.
Oh,
you
man.
guys probably have heard of the MKO.
Oh,
the
yeah.
Minnesota Kendama Open, held in Minnesota every year, put on by the lovely motherfuckers at Sweets Kendamas.
Sweets Kendamas pushing
This year they are up in the shit, and the MKO is no more.
They're up in
And I don't mean they're not doing an event.
Oh, yeah.
I mean they are changing the MKO. They are fucking boosting it to the next level, and it is now
Super
called
next
the
level.
NAKO, the North American Kendama Open.
NAKO. NAKO.
And there's a video that they released of Sweets explaining all the stuff and what's going on with it, why they decided to do it. They takes you to the venue where it's all going to happen. It's all right downtown in Minneapolis. They
That
got
looks
a new
really cool.
hotel. It looks like it's going to be a really sick event.
It's gonna be it's gonna be more. Looks like it's gonna be a lot cooler because it looks like it's like out on the street. It's almost like the venue looked like a music venue. I don't know.
Yeah,
or a
it
comedy
is a music
place,
venue.
A music
Yeah.
place. So I think everyone's gonna be having a good time, and I feel like shit's gonna get a little wild. It's just gonna get a little loose. This year.
Dude, it's MKO. Fucking MKO
No.
always gets hella loose.
It's NAKO now.
Now
And
it's the NAKO.
Really
yeah.
shit's gonna hit the fan. Because I feel
Yeah,
like
we're-
everyone's gonna be out on the streets.
Yeah, we're moving one letter down in the fucking alphabetical order, but it's good. Shit's getting real loose.
Just
from
gonna
from
roll
that
out.
M category to the N category.
Yeah, dude.
Although I'm wondering, my big question that they didn't address in the video, which understandably, is there a fountain for Bonds to get in this year?
Probably not, man. He's gonna have to go back to the hotel. They're gonna have to
I mean-
escort him.
Last year I wasn't there, but I heard that there was a pool that he got to jump off of the second floor into.
Well, there was a pool, but
It
it
was
looked
just
like it
close
was an
enough.
indoor pool.
Yeah, indoor, but there was like balconies that you could jump off of. Well, I mean, you're not supposed to jump off of them, but they.
There's balconies you can jump off of. They're
You're
diving
also not
boards at
supposed
the end
to
of them.
drive a forklift through Japan either. So
right without a proper license.
but that's another story.
Oh man.
Yeah, the NAKO, NAKO, NAKO. I don't know what sounds. I think NAKO sounds best personally.
NAKO, yeah, definitely
The
NAKO.
NAKO. Going to that knacker? You heading down to the
It's
knacker, bud?
definitely not NAKO. It's not NAKO, eh?
NAKO. Oh, fucking A, bud. I'm going down to that fucking NAKO for sure,
So
bud.
there
you
you
know?
go. Maybe some people are going to be calling it NAKO.
Fucking A rights, bud. NAKO's going to be going down on the fucking Minnesota down
It's
there.
like how everyone was messing up ATAC back in the day. Everyone's calling it attack. It's like, no, that's why the A is huge. It's ATAC.
That's why the age is.
Nobody calls it a pod. It's an iPod. or I should have said
Yo, I got the
iPod.
new I got the new
iPod.
iPhone. You got the new iPhone?
iPhone. I got the new iMac.
Yeah, dude. Yo, call my iPhone. I don't know where my iPhone went.
And they also changed the date.
Yeah, they moved it up, so it's beginning of October. So it's no longer near Halloween, which is like a little sad. I kind of liked that it was like a Halloween party at the same time.
Oh, really? Did people dress up?
Oh, hell yeah. I
Just
walked
off?
around the Mall of America in a squirrel suit one year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, people dress up. Not everyone, but
Probably just you and
just
A
us fucking
handful of-
nerds.
we're trying to celebrate. And come on. No one has dressed up like a fucking kendama. You have one buddy, your skinny buddy, he dresses up as the Ken. Where's your fat
Oh.
bro? He's going to be the Tama. That's it.
Oh, and you need like somebody who's like smaller that's going to be the Cerdo that the Ken dude can just carry around in his arms. You got to get authentic. And who's going to be the string? Someone real skinny?
Real skinny.
Just hang on to someone. Oh, and then the dude who is the Cerdo has to hang on to their legs while the dude who is the Ken hangs on to the Cerdo dude.
Yeah.
And then the person who is the Tama gets held onto by the string by the head.
Oh man, there's
That's a
definitely
whole
no
thing.
string. Yeah, no string.
This is
You
not
can't
a
be a string
long-term
guy.
costume. It's not a long-term costume. Definitely not.
And you'll be probably doing more balance tricks, like a lot of lighthouses and lunars. Probably zero spikes.
And maybe a border balance, you know. You get that string dude in there, you could do a tightrope.
And yeah,
maybe
they should
even
have done
a solar
like
flare.
some like Halloween. There's no like costume contests back in the day.
No, I mean it was. So I don't think the event was never on Halloween. I don't think.
Oh, okay.
That I can remember.
Like
it was just in that time. It was like on that weekend kind of thing.
Okay.
Which is like, you know, Halloween's kind of a loosey goosey thing. It's like if you're stoked on it, then fucking do it. Like some people dress up like a week before.
Party.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So, I mean, I get stoked. I fucking love that shit. Oh, when I went on tour with bands back in the day, I used to bring a little fucking tickle trunk full of costumes and wear a different one every night.
Tickle trunk?
Hell yeah, bud. You never watched fucking Mr. Dress Up? No?
It's gotta be Canadian.
It's definitely fucking Canadian, but Mr. Dress Up was my fucking childhood hero.
Man, tickle trunk. That sounds like some like S&M guy's like box that he has that he pulls out of his closet.
No, it's just a fucking old dude who had a tickle trunk full of costumes and shit.
That makes it even creepier. An old dude?
Not okay. Well, okay, that sounded weird. I'm digging myself a hole here. It's just Google Mr. Dress Up. Mr. Dress Up.
I don't want to.
But my tickle trunk was one of those old fucking. It was one of those old like toy bins that was shaped like a dinosaur.
Okay.
So
yeah.
I literally had a fucking dinosaur that like full of costumes that I brought on tour with me. I had a fucking nun costume. I had a fat suit. Like a fat dude, like on vacation kind of fat suit.
Oh man!
I had a unicorn costume. That's always the banger. The unicorn costume's the shit. A Spider-Man mask, like fucking. I had track suits, like old school, like '90s Diodora fucking track suits and shit. Like, dude, tour was good. Good life.
You still have your tickle box?
I got rid of the trunk. Oh wait, did I? Oh, it might be at my brother's house. It might be at my little brother's house in Calgary.
Right.
I think. It might be.
Covered in
I don't remember.
and mold and shit.
I hope not, but maybe.
Because I was about to say you should bring back some Japanese costumes and accessories.
I do have. When I went to Hokkaido, fucking Gori. There's a guy named Gori that lives in fucking Hokkaido. That he gave me the swan. It's like basically like a tutu, but there's like a swan head that comes out where the dick is.
Yeah.
And there's like strings that go around your neck so that it stays erect.
Yeah. The swan neck stays straight.
I'm looking at it right now. It's fucking right there. So I got one for the tickle trunk.
That one's intense.
That's a good one. It's a real good one.
Yeah.
I did go to a Halloween party here actually, because I was here on Halloween. But I borrowed Tomotsu. Like, if you guys have ever seen, here is this week's fucking kendama nerds homework.
Oh shit!
Check out fucking Tomotsu's ninja edit.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what it's called, so you're gonna have to do some digging. But there's some like 1 or 2 edits of Tomotsu in a goddamn ninja costume.
Yes. I think.
And like he does a trick. I think it is one. I think you're right. He does a trick and just like fucking runs up the stairs, like just is gone.
Yeah,
it's fucking hilarious.
So fat, like trying to like has his arm like kind of like, you know, elbow out in front of him and the other arm's in the back, just trying to like be super aerodynamic as he's running through the forest.
It's not quite like the Naruto run with his arms straight back. It's not weird.
Not both. Not both.
No. It's just fucking ninja steez. Yeah. But so yeah, on Halloween I borrowed like some shit from that costume, and I was like a kendama ninja. I wore my big, like straw hat that I wear in like the really hot events. If you guys saw me last year at KWC, I was wearing it. I'm gonna be wearing it again this year because Hiroshima's hot as fuck.
Yeah.
So I was wearing that, and I had like a little, like face mask thing, and like a big like Japanese style like almost like samurai kind of shit, and I just had a kendama like tucked to like where the sword should be.
Oh man.
It was hype. People are all like, "What are you?" I was like, "I'm a kendama ninja," and they're like, "What?" And then I just bust it out and do like a moon circle real quick and put it back, and they're like, "What the fuck?" It was a good time, good night.
All right, so everyone, you got to search. You can search kendama in Japanese. There's an English title though. Kendama Ninja hyphen Tamotsu Kubota. And you'll see him fucking, oh man, he's just in it. He's in it. So when at
Hell yeah.
he runs out and runs in.
Dude, I didn't know Tamotsu could run that fast, man. That's sick.
And it's only like 50 minutes.
Oh,
50
it's
seconds.
worth it though.
Oh, and check out that string length. Dude.
Oh yeah.
It's a
Dude,
nice tight 2 fingers.
Probably one, man.
Oh, tighter than JKA.
Hell yeah. So do your fucking homework, nerds.
Watch that.
Check that shit out.
It's quick. Just a minute. Oh, man.
Hell yeah.
Throw it on your Instagrams. Tag Tamotsu, the ninja. And he wore that shit like and one of the kendama days, I think last year or something, into last year.
Yeah, he busts it out every once in a while.
Yeah. I don't think he busted it. I think someone like was like, "Yo, I brought the suit." He's like, oh god damn it.
Well, now they have like the ninja bear too for like the kendama kente shit and stuff.
Yeah. So then
the ninja bear.
There's another
comes to World Cup.
Yeah, with the ninjas.
Yeah.
Ninja bear.
Hell yeah. Some badass shit.
Oh man. All right, everyone. So we have a Patreon page where you can donate, give a little fuel into the Dama Nerds vehicle that we have. Help us continue on with this show, and just show some support. If you are already a Patreon, thank you so much. It is so awesome. Yeah. And if you're not, if you're thinking about it, hey, why not jump on board? Jump on this little inner circle we got get going.
Jump on that Dama Nerd train.
One of the perks you have is every once in a while before our recordings, we ask you a question, all of our Patreons, and we got one in for this one. Eric Bukiri asks a question specifically for Rod. Yay.
Oh.
What is your favorite wood to turn? And what is your favorite part of turning the kendama?
That's some hard questions, man.
So first talk about the wood.
The wood, yeah. So I haven't turned in like 7 months now, and it sucks. I'm still on the hunt for a spot here in Japan. I want to make some stuff for KWC if I can.
Yeah.
Sell a couple. It's like keep people hyped.
What happened to the connection?
Home.
You said you had some dude who's going to let you...
No, I got a shop that I can do shit at, but he doesn't have a lathe. So I can do laminates, I can cut shit, I can, whatever, but I can't turn anything. So... Yeah.
Ask Kota to look into renting one. You could probably rent one.
That's probably what I'm going to end up doing, to be honest. I do know of some like DIY studio kind of things where you can just pay to like for your time.
Right.
So, yeah.
So favorite wood.
Anyway, so back to the question. Favorite wood to turn. That's a hard one because most of the time I don't just turn one wood. Most of the time it's laminates of multiple woods.
Very true.
And
all of yours, yeah.
And there's different ways to approach this question. I could talk about woods that are easy to work with and also talk about woods that come out just looking sick.
Ooh.
So...
Hit them both.
I'm going to... Okay. I got one that's like a little bit of both worlds.
Okay, yeah.
So maple is one of the woods that's like kind of super standard. It's like a hard wood, but if you have like some nice sharp tools, it just like cuts through like butter. It's like real nice to work with. It's real easy. It's not it's very unlike like ebony or like ipe or purple heart where like you kind of struggle to cut through it. It's like a lot thicker. It's like more dense kind of shit. So it's like you have to struggle a lot more to cut through those woods.
Right. And it makes sense because I think a lot of people like the way that maples break in. Feels like they get kind of like soft with all the hand oils and shit.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. So that would make sense that it cuts kind of soft.
Yeah, and I have recently in Japan, I have a stash of this really dope maple wood, and I've had some in the past where I've made. It's from a good homie who lives here in Japan and works as a guitar maker. They have a lot of like wood that they can't use. It's just garbage that they all take home and burn.
Oh,
and it's like so perfect for kendamas. Like size wise, and it's like the most beautiful fucking wood I've ever seen in my goddamn life.
Oh shit.
So I literally was like almost on my knees being like, please don't burn this. Just save it for me. I'll figure out what to do with it. Just don't burn it. It's so sick. It's like really, really flamed maple. Like you look at it in the light and it just shimmers when you move it left and right. It's fucking beautiful. But because the grain's all like it's not straight, it's flamed, so it's like kind of crazy, and it kind of is a lot softer than regular maple, like just straight maple, like regular kind of clean looking maple. And so that's the kind of shit that's like it's really nice to turn as long as your tools are sharp and you don't like catch an edge and like take a fucking chunk out of it. And then when you stop the lathe and you just look at it, it's just like boom, like there's just this sick ass fucking grain just staring you in the face. Oh, it's awesome. So that's what I got to go with. I'm going to go with that crazy ass flame maple courtesy of Yano-san because he's the homie.
Nice.
And that wood is sick.
So what's your favorite part of turning a kendama?
My favorite part of turning a kendama is definitely seeing the finished product when I'm done. Hands down. Turning is really fun and I enjoy it.
Can be dangerous.
It can be dangerous, definitely. You have to be careful. And there's certain parts of it that, I'm not going to lie, I fucking hate it. Like drilling the hole in the Cerado, fuck that shit. If I could like outsource that one part, I would.
Really? Because it's just so difficult, you mess up?
There's just no good way of doing it. You know, like think about the shape of a Cerado. How do you find the center on that?
Yeah, with looking at the grain to kind of help you.
And use a drill to fucking put a hole dead center perfectly.
How do you hold it? Yeah, you put it on a clamp that crushes it?
There's lots of ways you can do it. And the way we do it is it works, and it works well now that I'm honed on it, but I've fucked up many Acerados where it's not centered or there's nothing like, I'm just talking about how sick it is when you finish something and then like you stop the lathe and you look at it and you're like, ooh, it's so sick. I'm hyped. Like, yeah, now I got to put a fucking hole in it.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, fuck me, dude. Fuck that shit.
And then if you
I got off topic. That is my least favorite. My most favorite would have to be seeing it all finished and put together once I dealt with that bullshit.
Right.
And got the taper all nice and like get all the string holes in it and like get it all sanded up nice and put my stupid little rod signature on it. It's fucking and fuck it up with my wood burning skills.
Oh man.
Yeah. It's not so bad as long as I'm not doing like ash. You get the wood burner thing on there and like if it's a nice smooth wood,
right.
I can draw with a pencil. It's the same kind of thing. But with something like ash or like oak where the wood or the grain is kind of like
in and out,
really
like
porous and like thick.
Yeah.
You like go to draw like my R and then like the grain takes it and all of a sudden it's like not so much of an R and I'm like, well, fuck, like I can't fix that. It's burned.
Right, now it's just a
like,
fuck P.
Fuck, man. Now I just like, sick, dude. Like who made this thing? I don't know. Yeah, pod Dama. Fuck me.
Oh man. And then there's one more question that's connected that Eric asks. And for the both of us, have you ever thought of different games other than Ken? If not, maybe talk about ideas of different games. If it's a drinking game or something like that.
Oh, there's hella games.
Right.
I think we've talked about this a little bit
We
before.
talked about the Gauntlet.
And we talked about Gauntlet. We talked about Bang.
Bang. Oh, yeah.
We talked about like unicorn battles.
Relay races.
Yeah. At the Terra shop, we have the wall of Damas. So we'll do like wall races, which is pretty sick. It's very specific to like that place because you have to have a wall full of kendamas.
Yeah, right. That are different.
So
all like
there's different.
Wacky,
there's different ways to do it, right? Like you can do it where like one person starts at either end and you just pick one trick, say like down spike or stunt plane fast hand or something, and you just go through every kendama until whoever gets to the end first wins, right?
Yeah.
Or there's other ways where like we'll use a marker and we'll start here and then like we do different tricks. And if you make it, like you just keep going, you go to the next one. And then if you make it, you go to the next one. But if you miss it, then you stop and you put your marker there and then the next person has to go.
Oh, okay.
And then it's like whoever's in first, second kind of thing. And we've thought of lots of games with that.
Yeah. Interesting. I definitely always like the relay. Like you create a team. And you have, I forgot what episode we talked about this, but you have different people of different skill levels.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
You decide, like, group of 5.
So
it's like, all right, who's going to, the lower skilled people, like, or try to get, like, swing, spike, earth turn, okay. And then you try to match up with someone.
The next person's, like, around USA. The next person's, like, around Canada. The next person is, like, the fucking Nick Gallagher's level 12 trick, or some shit like that.
Yeah, so that's definitely cool. What else happens?
There's been the fucking kendama Olympics. That was a fun one.
Oh,
The first
yep.
time I ever saw that was in Denmark.
Right.
When we did like the kendama World Cup style like tour of Denmark before the EKO.
Yeah,
I believe we talked about that in a previous episode as well.
We did. Maybe like episode 2 or something.
Yeah.
But what
There's
else?
like the longest lightning drop. There's like a whole bunch of shit.
Yeah, but I think that's what could be done in like groups, or if you have like a kendama club that you just gather every week or something like Gauntlet is definitely a cool one. People should just
if you want to drink, Gauntlet's what's up.
But not even if you want to drink, you could play it just almost like a relay. So what you were talking about, just use different damas. Everyone's got like a bunch of kendamas. Just put a weird rubber string on one, then get another one, make it super fucking tight, tiny ass string. Make a fucking double ken.
Yeah.
And just do a relay and just see how far or quickly you can get through tricks. Because I think that's would be a fun way of doing it. Oh, dude. Dice. Dama dice.
Oh, Dama dice. That's some shit.
That is something that I don't think any U.S. North American company has made or brought over right now. I only think Kendama Israel has Dama dice, as well
Yumu
as
made some as well.
Oh, Yumu did.
And fun fact, actually, Smith made some like years ago. In the Terra shop, there is a set made of Purple Heart.
They're just dice. I have your
No,
Terra dice.
That's a different one. There is the Terra dice that you used to be able to get with orders.
What
am
I supposed to do with this, Rod? What do I do with these?
So we've made games with those too, like you make. Yeah, we've made games where like you make like each number corresponds to a trick.
Oh, okay.
And then you can make different lists that way. And there's like I have a book actually that I used to carry with me back in the day that me and I remember specifically me and Matt Ballard made a game. What was it called? It was called Blubsmer. That's what it was called.
Oh, wonderful!
Fuck yeah, this is fucking awesome. So this is when we were in Denmark.
Don't even want to ask about that name.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you. I think that's what it was, Blubsmer, something around those.
Oh, if you're
lines.
in Denmark,
anyway,
it's probably like the name of a town or some shit.
Some shit like that, yeah. Anyway, so there's like the way we were doing it was that like specific people would make specific lists. So like we could play a game of like Blubsmer, we could play a game of fucking Keith's game, we could play a game of Rod's game, we could play a game of Smith's game, or whatever, right? So like whoever would make, and when we were trying to make like a comprehensive list, and then like I don't know, like we never really like we kind of talked about like making a book of it and like putting it out with the dice so you can get it, but that never became a thing. And
that would make sense because I just have dice and I'm like, oh sweet, when's the next time you guys want to play Monopoly? So I can use these cool wooden dice.
You passed go, do 200 Earth turns.
It's like, oh sweet, I'm not Ace Suzuki, what the fuck?
Dude, yeah, that was something actually that was I just remembered that was on my list of shit to talk about. Dude, so if you guys don't know about that, Ace Salkas, I don't know how to say his name. Ace. Just Ace is fine.
You call him Ace.
The motherfucker did 2,000 Earth turns in a row.
Was this recent?
But
no,
this was like a few years ago now.
Yeah.
Yeah, on his Facebook he had it.
Yeah.
And like he did 1,000 first, and then he went up to do 2,000.
No,
first he did like 1,000, then he did like 1,700, and then
first he did something like
that.
Like 300 or something.
Yeah, you're right.
You're
right.
In the hundreds. And then it like just like he's like, oh, 300. Let me try 500, and then it was just like 1,200 after 500. Some huge jump.
Yeah.
And everyone's just like, I trust you. I'm not gonna watch this 40-minute video.
Yeah, and then he did 2,000.
My lord.
But I saw Ace because he lives in Hokkaido up north in Japan.
Yeah.
And I saw him when we were up there, and he brought that kendama that he used to do the 2,000 Earth turns.
Yeah.
And he gave it to Tomotsu to be a part of his collection.
Oh man.
Because Tomotsu had the record before that, I think, from the sweets consistency shit.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But the crazy shit about that is that Ace straight up deleted his Facebook. So those videos are just gone.
Whoa.
they're just gone. Unless you can do that, like, I don't know how to do it, but like the look back in time on the internet shit.
Oh yeah.
You know what I
Find
mean?
like the cache,
So,
whatever,
yeah.
something. Jim
Anybody
Jams.
listening, if you guys know how to do that, get me that fucking Ace doing 2,000 Earth turns video, because
I got
that's
40
some
minutes
shit.
to spare.
Yeah, that's not what I'm saying, but I just want it. It needs to be kept.
Yeah, I remember
know what
people
I mean?
talking about like that was like Guinness Book.
Yeah, that is some shit.
Yeah, a single person doing like huge, like, oh, that's intense.
But in order for that to be a Guinness World Record, he would have to do it in front of a Guinness judge and have it be a whole thing. You know?
Right.
So,
Yeah, CG and all that shit. Who the fuck cares?
yeah, the countdown with the pause and fucking everything up.
Oh man, yeah. Gotta have someone with the clicker, fucking click.
You gotta fuck
click,
that shit
click,
up, man.
Click every time he does one.
Oh,
But
dude.
yeah, kendama dice. I mean, fast Mr. Fashion Ken Hole also has got some dice. I got
Ken Hole.
some dice for kendama.
Kendama Israel makes them as well.
Right. These have 4. These things are fucking huge. I forgot how big they are. Like,
Yeah,
almost
they're
never
real
play
big.
with them.
They're pretty interesting though.
It's-
You can come up with some shit.
The last time I did play with these, it was during a game of Ken, and it's cool for the fact that it makes me think of something I wouldn't think of. It gives you a combo
Yeah,
that I'm
exactly.
like, how the hell am I gonna do a fucking
Exactly.
UFO and a like a airplane? It's like, or
Yeah, UFO
no,
and a
that kind of thing.
gunslinger
Yeah. What is
or
it?
something like
or
that.
turntable, like
Yeah.
like UFO turntable. I'm like, what? And I'm not gonna just do like a turntable and then like a UFO. I'm like, I want to try to make it a little
Put them
weird,
together.
something kind of
No,
cool.
totally.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So that's cool, as well as thinking about the other person, like who you're playing Game of Ken with, their skill level,
Mm.
and it gives you like a better grip on like what you should do, because nobody wants to be the asshole who doesn't understand that, like, yo, like, the dude just, like, we're in a group of 3 people playing Ken, and like this dude like just started kendama. Stop doing like around the universe.
Yeah. He doesn't know what a UFO is. Don't do turntable to UFO.
Oh my god, yeah. So then with the different dice, it has different tricks, and you could just take a few of them out. You could use the simple ones. Just talk about
Yeah,
the
that's
cups,
cool.
lighthouse.
Different levels and shit.
Yeah.
That's pretty sick.
So
Hell yeah.
it's fun. It's interesting because it kind of puts rules and walls around your thought process and playing kendama,
Yeah.
but at the same time, it kind of makes you think in a different way than you normally would. Because I think a lot of people, when they play kendama, most people like just do the same tricks over and over and over. I know I do that all the time. I'm like
100%.
just doing the same shit. I'm not leveling up anywhere because I'm just having fun, just doing the same ass tricks.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
But
That's part of it.
Dice are definitely fun. I think other companies should jump on that
Mm-hmm.
in North America, or even we should just make the fucking book.
The book.
Yeah, dude,
There's been some books.
we should. Dude,
But-
if you can find your book, oh, that'd be awesome.
I have the book.
Let's do it.
I don't have. I think it's in Canada. I don't think I have it in Japan.
Oh man, it's in your brother's place again.
No, it's in storage at the Terra shop actually. So it's more accessible. But
Man,
maybe at Van Jam I'll try and fucking dig it out.
Yeah, hell's yeah. But yeah, other than that, other types of games, I guess that's it, really.
Unless you count Dama.
Dama could be a game that
I mean, it is a game.
it is. It's just
It's a kendama themed game.
it's a vidya game.
So they just did at the Chimera Games, which is like a big freestyle sports kind of battle thing with skateboarding, BMXing,
Yeah.
motocross, all that shit. They did a catch and flow style Dama battle.
Oh, that must have sucked.
The Dama was the judge.
Oh, okay, I see. Dude, that's kind of
So-
what I was talking about.
Exactly. That's right. So I didn't get to see it because I was at the Yona Yona event. But what I did hear was one of the people that went was Iji
Yeah,
from
yeah.
Zumadanke, and he did his regular EG shit, like the crazy swinging,
Oh man.
whatever. But like it's a kendama, so all that registered was he did all that shit, like 30 seconds of like cool ass
he did
shit,
big cup.
dancing. All he got was points for a big cup.
Yeah.
you
did a lot of
So-
big cups and base cups.
No, not even a lot. It registered once, kind of thing.
Oh, he's too fast.
So like,
Dude is so fast.
Exactly, yeah. So he got like 10 points, whereas like if you were to just like pull up lighthouse flip,
Yeah.
drop to lunar, falling in.
Yeah.
Like just like that over and over, like easy shit. Like you would get so many points.
That's interesting that they decided to do a freestyle version. They totally should have done just time trial with your standard tricks, because that would register and that would be like fun.
Yeah,
Everyone battling the
but
clock.
that's basically just using the kendama as what it is, though. They're trying to like
That's what
use the
it
kendama
is.
in a different way.
You
They're
can't.
trying to like push it, right? Which like I agree with you, but at the same time, it's like if they're ever going to make steps in the direction of having like an AI judge, like what we were talking about on that one episode, then this is how you do it. That was the first one.
Well,
right?
There needs to be a lot of improvement, as we see.
Well, 100%. Yeah, there's no fucking doubt. But
talking about kendama, I mean, like, when I was looking up some history for the kendama for this, 100-year anniversary, 100-year birthday,
yeah,
I was searching up in Japanese, and I found this thing called Digiken.
What?
Digi meaning digital, Ken meaning Dama. And in 1997, what was it? Tiger Electronic. Oh no, Bandai.
Oh, I've seen this thing. I know what it is.
Bandai made the Digiken, and
so when you catch it, it makes a noise.
Yes,
there's a button in it. Yeah, there's like a cross-shaped button in the cup, kind of thing.
Yes, there's a button, and you can do different types of, like, there's normal mode where you play with the sound and the lights.
Yeah,
that light up as you catch the ball in the cups. There's the matching, like a rhythm mode, where you maybe doing Moshikame and getting it on the cups with the rhythm of the song. What's this? Combination mode.
Yeah, I remember seeing those and playing with those back in the day.
Dude, everyone go search Digiken. Digi -Ken. It looks like a fucking dildo. Look at it.
Oh yeah, no, I've played with one before. Yeah, they're gnar.
This is kendama.
This is kendama.
This is how I see kendama. As cool as it wants to be, it's just it makes noise and it lights up.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
But it steps in the direction of something. It's going to lead to something.
It's going to lead to something. Someone's got to. We need a carpenter. Okay, an electronics engineer needs to go to the Terra shop so you can fucking get wires in the wood.
Yeah,
and you can make like
definitely.
a tama that is has like some metal kind of like paint over it, and like it registers like when it contacts with the cups.
Yeah, it has sensors.
But I guess it would need some sort of computer chip to remember all that shit.
Oh yeah, it's a whole thing.
And I guess that's what kendama is.
Yeah.
You know what? Fuck it.
Yeah.
You don't need none of that shit.
Fuck it.
Just play with a wooden kendama.
No batteries needed.
That's all you need.
But we're talking about all this tech shit. Like tech shit always has issues in the beginning. Like look at us fucking nerds.
Yeah.
How many of these episodes have we made that we had to re-record shit?
Oh, dude.
We fucking lost a whole episode, and it took me 4 hours going through 1,500 mini files because a breaker blew in my house when I was recording, and I didn't get to save it. Like,
the best part is that it blew right when we finished.
Right as Dama Nerd's out.
Sweet, finished.
Oh yeah, right. I'm gonna stop hitting record, and then just like boom,
save
breaker
the file
gone
before you close the application. Goo.
Yeah.
But Yeah, so we go through a lot of shit, but the kendama, dude, that's not gonna stick around. Again, 100 years. Happy birthday, motherfucking kendama.
Happy motherfucking birthday!
1990. I just want to go and just let everyone know what happened in the 1910s. All right,
Oh,
when the fucking kendama came to play. All right, the Model T Ford was introduced and it became widespread.
wow.
The Titanic went down
She went down.
when the Nietzsche Gets a Ball was created.
Do you think they had a Nichigetsu ball on board? Do you think there's one sitting
If
in the
they-
Titanic?
No.
Just straight no.
No.
Okay. Okay.
The World War One was taking place.
Oh damn.
Yeah, no, that's about it. Those are the big things. Those are the big things that everyone was. Oh, a flu pandemic in 1918 kills tens of millions worldwide.
Jesus.
Just the flu. Watch out, everyone.
Yeah.
So that's what happened 100 years ago. The Titanic went down. You know what didn't go down? Nietzsche Gets a fucking ball.
No, that shit went up.
Shit is going up.
Still on the way up.
Percolating. Yeah, we're going to see what's going to happen in the next 100 years. Or maybe not. We'll probably be gone in the next 100 years.
Or we'll be living in computers. Maybe by then we'll figure out how to record a podcast without fucking it up.
True. And then fucking all my smack talk about Dendam is going to come right back at me. He's just going to be like,
Hell
we
yeah.
were listening.
Yeah, the Dendama's gonna whoop your ass in that virtual world.
Oh, shit. All right, everyone. Episode 11 of Dama Nerds come to an end. Thank you all so much for hanging out with us, Rod. It was a good one.
Hell's yeah, fucking great. Nerding out.
Hell yeah.
Get that 100th anniversary, 11th episode.
Yeah. Oh,
Good vibes.
applause, yeah.
Hell's yeah.
Good job.
Gonna clap that shit out for our boy, the Dama.
Yeah, the Nietzsche Gets ball.
Our girl, our boy, our son, our moon.
Yes.
This little wooden motherfucker that we just love.
Yep.
Hells yeah.
Hells yeah. So again, everyone, thanks so much. Definitely check out our YouTube channel. You can leave some comments there and subscribe there if you want. If you want the audio only version, you can check out the podcast on iTunes. People want us on Spotify. There's some shit about Spotify and not letting us put on our own outro or jam track at the end. So just fucking jump on iTunes. Find an app that can stream the podcast to you. You can get it. All right.
Get it.
Get it. There is
Get it.
definitely follow our Instagram. Me, MJ _Incro. You got Rod Dama to follow. Give him your what was it called? Breaking
Break shit.
break shit contest that's happening. You only got a few months left. Check us out. Dama Nerds Instagram. Again, the Patreon page. There's a link on our YouTube. And yeah, help us out. We'll continue popping out these awesome talks of kendama and everything else for you all to enjoy.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
So that's it, everyone. Keep it clean.
And on that note, the nerds are out.